I'm here in San Francisco at the Apple Worldwide Developers Conference, where Steve Jobs has just given his keynote. And after talking endlessly about iPhone software updates and Mobile Me, which is a new name for .Mac, he finally got around to revealing technology's worst kept secret. The iPhone is going 3G. Now, this isn't a 3G iPhone, but it will look very similar to this, but with a black back. It'll be available worldwide on July the 11th, and it will cost no more than $199 for the 8GB version, so I'm guessing about £99 in the UK. As well as 3G, it'll have satellite navigation, but there's no news on whether the camera will be better than the 2-megapixel one that's built into the current phone. So I'm going to go backstage, get hands-on with the new iPhone, and let you know what it's like. Well, I'm glad to say I managed to get backstage and become one of the first journalists in the world to get hands-on with the 3G iPhone. Sadly, they wouldn't let me take my video camera back there, and I couldn't take any pictures, but I can tell you that the 3G iPhone looks very much like the old iPhone, which I have here. Now, those of you who are familiar with stuff will know I'm a massive fan of the iPhone, so rather than just list everything I think that's great about it, I thought it would be better for this video if I concentrate on the criticisms of the original iPhone and looked at how the 3G iPhone addressed them. First up is browsing speed. Now, the original iPhone uses Edge, and frankly, it's slow. But the new 3G iPhone uses HSDPA, and the browsing speeds are not quite Wi-Fi, but not far behind it. Apple claims that it's faster even than the Nokia N95. The second criticism of the iPhone is its size, and here the 3G iPhone doesn't really address the problem. It's almost exactly the same size as this original. It's very slightly wider. It's more tapered at the edges, so it does feel a bit thinner, and of course it has a plastic black or white back rather than this metal. The third problem with this original iPhone is its camera. It's 2 megapixels, it's not autofocus, and frankly it's not that good. Now, unfortunately, the 3G iPhone has exactly the same camera. I'm told the software is slightly better, so the image quality is slightly better, but there's still no autofocus, there's still only 2 megapixels, and there's no camera on the front for video calling. A lot of people said that the iPhone isn't as good as something like a Nokia because it doesn't run third-party applications. At the moment, you have to actually jailbreak or hack your iPhone in order to install third-party apps. But all that's going to change on July the 11th when the 3G iPhone is unveiled, because it will come with its own app store that will allow you to download games and all sorts of software direct to the phone over 3G networks or over Wi-Fi. Some of that software will cost you, but it does look very, very good. I got to play with Super Monkey Ball, which uses the accelerometer to guide your little monkey around the mazes. I also played with a very cool racing game called Chrome Mag Rally, which you use your iPhone as a steering wheel. Clearly the developers are embracing the iPhone. I think there's going to be some fantastic stuff out there. Next up is push email. Now, email on the iPhone at the moment is okay, but it's not anything compared to BlackBerry. But all that's going to change because Apple has built in support for Microsoft Exchange Server, so that will push any corporate email to you, and also redeveloped its .Mac, rebranded it as Mobile Me, and basically set it up so you can push email, calendar, address books, entries direct to your iPhone. Now, a lot of people like Google Maps on the iPhone. It's a great bit of software, and it's probably the best implementation of Google Maps, but it has to rely on cellular signals to tell you exactly where you are, which isn't particularly great at locating you exactly. The new 3G iPhone, however, comes with GPS built in, so it will be much more precise. However, that will probably eat your battery life up, and also it doesn't come with specific routing software other than Google Maps. And finally, probably the biggest criticism of the original iPhone is its price. Now, I bought my first 4GB iPhone in the US soon after launch for $500. The The new 8GB iPhone is going to cost just $199. We'll hopefully see it in the UK at £99. That sounds like a pretty good deal to me, but of course, until we see the minutes and the data plan that comes with that, it's quite hard to take a judgment. But I've got a feeling the iPhone's going to be big.